Post-SSRI Sexual Dysfunction, or PSSD, is actually the most common adverse effect of psychiatric drugs, covering pretty much all of them. That is, they all affect the neurotransmitters, and that's bad news. They adjust over time, and the few people that don't take the medications anymore is where the post bit comes into it, whereas you still have it post, so that means you still have it permanently when you come off of it, or indefinitely, because very few studies are done on this kind of thing, and people do not remain in treatment if they come off their medications. So there's no effective reporting system, and people aren't willing to report. They're more willing to treat people, i.e. medicate them. This is the scale of the problem is completely unknown, but if you put it in other words, it's sterilizing the mentally ill. And the first part of sex is in your brain. The first part of sex is arousal, and having numb genitals is obviously a problem. Not having the normal response of your body would have is a problem. I've got a book here just because obviously doctors are more believable than I am, and most of them don't really know anything. Although you can look up on the Mind website, I'll put up a link, which because they're not given money by pharmaceutical companies, you will see that they do mention somewhere in their site that their sexual dysfunction damages of psychiatric medications can continue after coming off the medications indefinitely. That's something doctors obviously are not aware of when they're just dishing out these drugs like candies. See, no one is an expert in human behavior. This book is a very good book called Psychopharmacology for Mental Health Professionals, an Integrative Approach, by Elliot Ingersoll and Carl Rack. It quotes a lot of studies, and it's not biased towards anti-drugs, although I am anti-drugs, pharmaceutical drugs, and drugging of children and the public, and no one is an expert in human behavior, and this is very, very dangerous, and no one knows the scale of the problem of things like sterilizing the mentally ill. And these neurotransmitters are involved in a lot of things. It's very, very dangerous, and the program of drugging people is being expanded and expanded. Look where to. Look on page 30. This book is actually quite interesting. It covers, it talks about how people, one of the biggest chemical warfare, I consider psychiatry chemical warfare. The author of the books don't. They're writing unbiasedly, but they're not just criticizing medications, but I'm only giving you the bits which back up that this stuff is real, that psychiatry is sterilizing the mentally ill and causing them many damage. I didn't know for many years. I've been on medication since I was 9 years old. They polypharmacy, that means drugged me with cocktails of drugs and lied to do it. They said they were going to take me off them. They told my family they were going to take me off them. They never, ever did. The theories that they came to in these drugs are a load of, but it's all theory, pseudoscience. So they shouldn't be mass public drugging the population unless they've got bad alternatives, and the people doing it, obviously they have their profession and their money, but at the end of the day they're drugging people. It's not informed consent, which is what the whole